Well, it's the second day of the Halloween sale, and I've had a whole bunch of people text me and call me, and they want to take advantage of the sale. And I said, well, you can go to shop and you can read about the Humic, Fulvic, and all the ATP, Divine Vine, and pineal products. And you can also go to my library and look at the Humic Fulvic book in my library. It goes into great detail, and it has so much research in it, so much scientific studies. But everybody says, well, can't you do a little video? So that's what I'm going to do. So this sale is going to last until Sunday night. And so you got a few days so you can do your own homework, which you should always do. But the reality is I'm going to walk through it, okay? First thing we're talking about is Humic, okay? That's Humic, all right? Now, Humic is actually, if you really want to know what it is, in a liquid form. It's not usually in a liquid form. It's in a powder form, but do you know what it is? It's the same food that dinosaurs used to eat, okay? And it looks black like coal, okay? And it gets mined. And this, ours, comes from Alberta. And if you know about Alberta, you know that Alberta has had more dinosaur bones than almost any place in the world, okay? And they're still digging them up today. But Humic, what is it good for? Well, I'll tell you what it's good for. One thing, what it does is it puts a coating around viruses. And it'll actually go around the virus and it will lock it down. You know, there was a major study by the National Institute of Health. Okay, it's a government agency. And they said that Humic, if you take that on a daily basis, that viruses cannot live in you, but they're not alive. But they cannot cause negative symptoms. So this is why we tell everyone that if you want to really protect yourself, that Humic will actually protect you against things like bacteria and fungus and viruses and anything negative, any negative microbes in the body. So if you take, like, let's say a tablespoon of Humic a day, all right, that would be an adult dose. An adult being, let's say, 150 pounds. You don't take more, even if you weigh more, okay? So if it was a child, you would take 1/3 of the dose. If you wanted to really get in there and have that infection fighter. But guess what? What else does Humic do? I'll tell you what it does. Humic helps to what? Balance your hormones. Oh, yes, it does. It helps you to lose weight. Pretty amazing, eh? But let's go a little further. They extract fulvic acid from Humic, okay? Now, fulvic acid is a smaller molecule. So where Humic was good for hormones, Humic is good for balancing weight, okay? So even if you are underweight, Humic is really good for bringing your weight up. Pretty good, eh? And then it's good for different types of infections, as I just told you. Now, fulvic is a smaller molecule, and it is extracted from the Humic. Now, fulvic can carry 60 different nutrients that are in your body already, okay? Carry that into your cells. Pretty cool, eh? Once it does that and it dumps it off, what do you think it does? It picks up 3 times its weight in heavy metals and acidity. There is no better chelator in the world than fulvic acid. So depending on what your situation is and where you feel you might be weak or you want to strengthen more, you will decide how much Humic or how much fulvic you take. Now, I really like Tummy Love. Tummy Love is one of my favorites. I'll put in a teaspoon of Tummy Love for every 16 ounces of water I drink. And I know that I'm already getting a lot. And I'll tell you why. So what you got in Tummy Love is you got 75% Humic, 25%, okay, fulvic. But this has a vibrational compound, okay, that goes in to help to mainly restore also your good bacteria. I like taking Tummy Love more than I like taking any good bacteria supplements. We have some good bacteria supplements that are great, but guess what? At the end of the day, you want to restore your bacteria from mommy. That's right. Even if you just had one left because you went through chemo or you went through radiation or you did antibiotics, it doesn't matter. One of mommy's bacteria can become 1 trillion. Okay? So understand this, that when we actually extract the humic and when we extract the fulvic, all of our products are made mechanically and physically, no chemical. And the reality is here, 98% of all the fulvic and the humic that is made is they use chemicals with it. Well, the 2% is us. That's where we are. And we can also tell you that we have the smallest fulvic particle on the planet. Now let me just bounce over and I'll tell you why. I'll talk about bright eyes in a minute, okay? Because we have the only fulvic that can go in your eyes. Think about that one. But before I move on to that one, I want to talk about black gold, okay? Now, black gold is humic. That's what it is. It's a humic powder. Of course, humic has fulvic in it as well, but it is a humic powder. The fulvic hasn't been extracted out. Now, when you take black gold, we will use black gold in our ultimate coffee enema because it's so amazing when it goes in the other end. But the reality is when you take like a teaspoon of black gold and you put a teaspoon of black gold on top of your coffee grounds and the water drips through, you are getting the best tasting, healthiest coffee that you can drink. You'll notice the difference when you do it. And you won't feel that jitterness and you won't feel that acidity from the coffee. But what else can you do? Well, you can put black gold in your soups. It'll make them taste better. You can use black gold to even put in your baking goods. Yeah, it makes things taste better. It brings the flavor out. But what most people use black gold for is they'll take a teaspoon and mix it into their blender drinks. And they might do this 2 or 3 times a day. Now, what does black gold do mainly? Well, right from your stomach until your rectum, black gold does its magic. It helps to carry nutrients into the cells. But what it does is it goes along and it's a scavenger. And what it does is it picks up acidity, heavy metals, okay? And it buffers down and it alkalines. And what else does it do? Let me tell you something. Parasites don't like this. Critters that are inside of you do not like this. And it helps to what? It helps to get rid of them. Okay? So that's the black gold. So now remember what I was talking about? I was talking about bright eyes. Yeah. Our bright eyes fulvic, you can put it in your ears. You can put it in your eyes. You can put it in your sinuses. You can actually put it into your vagina. And why would you do that? Well, because it's fulvic. Fulvic goes in and it gets rid of heavy metals and it gets rid of acidity. So what do you think it would do for somebody that has an eye condition? And there are no negative side effects when you use our products. Isn't that something? There are no negative side effects. Everybody can use them. The dog, the cat, the child, the adult, everybody can use them. The fulvic bright eyes, put the bright eyes in your eyes 3 times a day and tell me that you don't feel amazing. Now, from blue light and 5G, we know 5G can blind you. We know that blue light destroys the endocannabinoid system. It also causes brain burn, and that's why your eyes are burning, because your brain is causing your eyes to burn. So if you're not going to do something like wear Tesla glasses, which I know we're not talking about those today, but I wear these all the time, except when I'm on talking to you because I don't want to be on with Tesla glasses. But Tesla glasses aren't blue blockers, but they'll totally reverse 5G and blue light into positivity so that will actually heal your eyes and your brain. Isn't that amazing? You can take a look at that on our shop as well, Tesla glasses. But let's get back to this. If you've got an eye problem, stigmatism, acute macular degeneration, cataracts, glaucoma, floaters in your eye, you want to use this. Okay? We're not even saying that it will help make your eyes better. We're telling you that it'll improve the tissue of the eyes. And you can also put a little bit of this in an eye cup and then do an eye wash and have it go into the back of the eyes. And you can also take the fulvic bright eyes and put it into a nebulizer and breathe it in through your sinuses, and it goes into your sinuses, clears your sinuses, goes into the ear canal as well, and it goes behind the eyes as well. So there's so much you can do with this. And we also, I'm not going to get into it, but we'll also take bright eyes. We'll take our silver gel. Okay, and we'll also take frankincense, okay? And then what we'll do is we'll actually make that into a vaginal soothing, healing preparation. that you can use in the vagina as well. And remember, all the stuff that we use is non-toxic, all right? I'll try to go a little quicker here, okay? So this is called Beyond Beauty. This is Fulvic liquid, and it's a preparation for the skin. If you spray this on your face is going to tone up like you never could believe it could. It actually will. I mean that. And not that we have it here on sale right now, but we have Beyond Beauty moisturizer that you can use, this and the Beyond Beauty spray. And I'll tell you, you've got the best combination to give you healthy and beautiful skin. How's that? It's all I use, okay? And I'll be 65, okay? I'm going on 65. Now, Pain Away spray is exactly what it is. Any place you have inflammation in the body, you can spray it on there, and the Fulvic will draw the pain out of your tissues. Oh, you'll feel it right away as soon as you spray. Whether you're talking about breast pain, pelvic pain, joint pain, throat, doesn't really matter, okay? The Fresh and Clean is a formula that we use so that you can spray it under your arms or in your groin area. And what it does, it actually will neutralize the smell, but it goes in and detoxifies those lymph nodes, those tissues that are creating it. That's right, because that's what Fulvic does, right? And this is a formula prepared that you're able to spray in those areas to help to detoxify your lymph nodes, right? Who wants underarm odor? Nobody. But at the same time, you want to use something that's detoxifying you. Now you don't smell because you're detoxified, not because you're trying to hide it. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about is I'm going to talk about Dr. George Merkel, and he has what's called life crystals. Now, life crystals were invented by him. He was known as the Einstein of food medicine. If you go to Dr. George Merkel, Vancouver lectures on YouTube, you can watch it. He was actually able to regenerate his own heart, and they said he needed a heart replacement, and he was actually able to regenerate every organ tissue in the body in lab by using life crystals. Now, we've got life crystals called Divine Vine, and this is mainly used for calming down, smoothing out the emotions, helping to support the thyroid, helping to balance the hormones, okay? Try it, see what you think. Now, the next thing we have is called pineal. Now, pineal, it helps to actually bring the health back of your pineal gland, of course, and it's really good for brain function. But remember, whether you're talking about the Divine Vine or you're talking about the pineal, guess what? It also repairs the mitochondria because it has natural ATP. Did you know that the only natural ATP product in the world is with the Doc of Detox? The rest of them are synthetic. So the Divine Vine, the pineal, and the ATP Plus are the only organic ATP in the world. And we know this, that a man needs to make 85 kilos of ATP a day to stay healthy, right? That's a 75 kilo man needs to make 85 kilos a day, 10 kilos more than his weight. And that's why we get cancer. That's why we get autoimmune disease, because we found out that, guess what? When your mitochondria get damaged, that's when sickness comes in. And until they're repaired, it's a long road. So that's the pineal. And the last one is called ATP. This is my beauty. So what I do before I do a lecture is I'll actually drink about 2.5 ounces. And I'm good for like 2 hours. I'm good for maybe longer, 3 hours or 4 hours. That's a lot. But, you know, a lot of people will do ATP and they'll take like anywhere from 1 teaspoon to 8 teaspoons a day. When people are going through an advanced water fast, did you know you can go through an advanced water fast even though this tastes sweet? It bypasses the Krebs cycle, doesn't turn on your digestive tract, and helps people that go through advanced water fasting, they glide through. You can use the Divine Vine, or you could use the pineal, or you could use the ATP. Also, when people do advanced water fasting, you can use Fulvic. Why should you feel crappy going through an advanced water fast? A water fast. That's why we do an advanced one, and we use the Fulvic. Because if you're pulling out the acidity from the fulvic acid, can't use the tummy love, but you can use the fulvic acid when you're fasting. When you're pulling out the heavy metals, you're pulling out the acidity, and then you're bringing in ATP and energy. Guess what? You increase more stem cells. You increase more energy, so you detox better, and you don't have as much suffering or pain. Hey, nobody said it had to be hard, right? Anyways, I followed through, and everybody that's been texting me and calling me, all right, there you go. So now you know what's on sale, okay? Have the best day of your life, and know this, that this is the cold and flu season, and the things that I just went over with you, when it comes to cold and flu season, some people call it COVID. It's just a cold and flu for me. If you look after yourself and you start doing a few of these things, it's not happening. Have the best day of your life, all right? Self-care, not healthcare. Self-love, not just love. Be well.